All right, so we are recording. Yay! And welcome, Mary Beth. She is a sales director, yay, out west. So I told her to hop on with us. So, or invited her, I didn't tell her to. So very cool. All right, so how about we do introductions first so we know who is going to be on and sharing. I'll introduce myself first. So I am Gina Beck. You can see by the name, we did learn a few weeks ago that you can actually change your name on, on the Zooms to have lots of fun with that. But I have been building my Mary Kay business for 20 years. And I am not only a beauty consultant for my customers, but also a sales director for the consultants to help them build strong businesses and be able to help their customers also. So I love my job. I totally love it. I love the products, which you are going to see for sure. I'm a former high school math teacher. I also love teaching. That's why I love seeing the faces. So much better to me than Facebook Lives, where it's just people talking. I love to see the interaction. So thank you guys for jumping on the Zoom, even though it may feel like for you, the guest, that there's a whole bunch of people in here that you don't know, but really we're all family. It is the most supportive, sisterhood out there, truly. So just by being on, you're one of us. You're part of the family. So, and just a little bit about me. I was a high school teacher, but I also have 5 kids. So my oldest is 18, going to college, hopefully in a few months. And I have 4 boys and a girl. They're 18, 16, 14, 11, and 9. So it's a hopping household, but this is what I do, and I love it. So our unit right now is in qualifications to earn our 7th pink Cadillac. They are rocking it. So the guests who are on, you are part of a very strong legacy in the Mary Kay world, truly, of just women who love to serve, who love to help. A lot of us on here have been teachers, social workers, hearts of gold. So welcome, welcome. All right, so let's see, Kelly first, right? Because Kelly, you're going to be doing the openings and the closings. Is that right? So you want to wave so everyone can see Kelly. So yay. So Kelly is moving up and excited about leadership in the company. And then we have Christina. Yay, wave, Christina. She's going to be doing the trivia questions, Michael. So be ready. So the way the trivia questions go, they just kind of break things up. They have just for fun. Most of them are multiple choice or something like that. So you can hold up fingers. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. You can do it in the chat room. If that's easier for you, you just touch the screen and you'll be able to see the chat. And I think that's all I need to say about the trivia. And then Angie, you want to wave, Angie? Where's Angie? Yay! So she's going to be sharing the beliefs of Mary Kay. So just like we're going to intertwine some fun trivia questions, we're going to intertwine some of the beliefs of Mary Kay also. And then Kelly will explain a little bit of why we do that. So, all right, Kelly, you ready to take it away?
Yes, hi. Okay, so if you have a piece of paper nearby and a pencil or like your notes app on your phone, that'll be super helpful. I want you to go ahead and draw a tic-tac-toe board. And in that board, you're gonna write down different products in each square that you love when we talk about them. And then when we do the chat, we'll use the chat room for the game answers and the trivia that Christina will give. Or you can hold up your fingers for A, B, or C. And then, yeah, that's it. So, welcome everyone. I want to just kind of affirm some of the perks of being a Mary Kay customer. One is that you can always try before you buy. We have a 100% guarantee. It's a no-risk purchase when you buy any of our products. The company will actually replace it if you decide to return for a different formula or a different shade, which is especially helpful for foundations. If you find that it's not the right shade, we can exchange it, no problem. Also, I guess we kind of went through all of well, do we want to do eye stories or do we want to skip over that, Gina?
I think just do the purpose, like the inner outer. That's probably fine.
Okay, cool. So yeah, in Mary Kay, we like to focus on the inner beauty, and we feel that, doing our makeup and doing these facials can really bring out the inner beauty in someone. So today we're going to be doing Perfect, which is focusing on a flawless finish in skincare and contouring, or not skincare, foundations and contouring, and just kind of watch what we do. You can do it too. And right now, this month, we still have the $30 e-start going on, which is awesome. And throughout the appointment, we're going to intertwine some of Mary Kay's beliefs as well. I don't know, Gina, do you want to screen share the treasure chest?
Oh, yes. Thank you. What would I do without you?
So Gina's going to show our treasure chest in a second. And what that is are prizes that we're going to be giving away when you fill out a survey and do a chat with your consultant. So after this appointment, your consultant's going to reach out to you and hopefully schedule a chat with you. And then when you complete the survey at the end, you can win one of these amazing gifts like Kendra Scott stuff, Coach, Steve Madden. It's some good stuff. And I think that is it.
Yay. Yeah. And the reason we intertwine the beliefs is because we believe that one of two things happens when you learn more about the company. Either one, you'll become a more loyal customer because you realize when you buy a mascara or a foundation or a brush from your consultant, you're not only supporting local small business, but you're also supporting this great company and what we believe in and what our causes are. So I think it makes a big difference just for the customers to know that. But sometimes your heart might go Twitter and go, oh, I think I want to be a part of that too. So, so that's why we like to intertwine those beliefs in there. So, all right. So the other thing I wanted to mention is we are doing foundations. But I'm going to show you on marykay.com where you can find a foundation quiz. And we have done it, a variety of people with our customers and ourselves. And it actually is pretty on it. Like it actually, I don't think it's been wrong yet. I might be wrong. But I'm going to show you where on marykay.com you can go for that. Hold on, let's see. Hopefully I can do this well. Because I found it, but maybe I got rid of it. There it is. Okay. Okay, so this is the Mary Kay website. So this is my personal one, marykay.com/Gina Beck, but your consultant hopefully has a marykay.com website too. And in the top left, you can see the menu. And when you do the drop-down menu, there's tips and trends. So when you click on tips and trends, just so you know, when that happens, it gets a little confusing. So hold your finger on tips and trends. Oops, hold on. And see the arrow on the right? So you want to do the drop down menu. Oh my word, have mercy. There we go. The drop down menu. Now it says beauty extras. So when we go to the beauty extras, then it says games and quizzes. You can see why I wanted to screen share because it's a little bit hidden in the Mary Kay website. So tips and trends, beauty extras, games and quizzes. And then we have the foundation shade finder. And it'll just ask you a couple of different questions. You can see it says start now. And by the time you get to the end of it, it'll say, this is what we think you are. And so just let your consultant know so that what we do then, especially with long distance, is we can send you that packet to try, but then we give a couple of more that are kind of in that range just in case it doesn't work for you. So we can actually match your foundations long distance. So, all right, so first trivia question, Christina. Oh yeah, you're muted.
I guess I'll unmute. Okay, so here's your trivia question number 1. How many skincare lines does Mary Kay manufacture?
Oh, that's the other one. Do you have the other? The other one? Go ahead and click up. It's okay. You can find the other one. I'm celebrating because this is what I want you all to know. It's all good. I know. Actually, that's a good question. We can roll with that one because no one's done the skincare yet. And then, are you near your computer where you can find the other party?
I'm on it, yes.
I know you are. You're so good. So while Christina's on it, does anyone, y'all can hold up fingers. So the guest, Shannon, actually, you know what, for me, there's so many people, it might be easier to do the chat room because it's hard to, oh, look, there we go. Natalie said 10. Thanks, that helps to do the chat room. All right, Drake said 15. Cool, if you don't know how to do the chat room, let us know. But you just touch your screen and then you can do the dots. So cool, Amy's on it. Amy, your hands didn't even move. How did you do that? I didn't even see your fingers move. You're magic. Cool. All right. Christina, are you back and ready? She's still looking. 1 minute. Okay, the right answer for skincare lines is 8. But you know what? We're gonna do this as a good segue. We actually have 4 different, Christina, just wave to me when you're ready. We actually have 4 different appointments that we do, because it would be way too overwhelming to do all of them all at once. That would be way too many products to try to like understand, comprehend, and even try on your face. So we do prep, which is skincare, and so that's the class that Christina was just pulling from. So that's one of the trivia questions we do at the skincare class. Then we have Perfect, which focuses on foundations and concealers and all that kind of stuff. Then we have Pop, and we'll do another one. We haven't done Pop yet for virtual, but that's eyeshadows and lips and just tips on that type of thing. And then Pamper is more on masks, head to toe pampering. So no worries, Christina. I can ask the next one while you're still searching. It's totally fine. So, okay. So the first question is, what percentage of women are wearing the wrong shade of foundation? What percentage of women are wearing the wrong shade of foundation? Is it A, 37%, B, 57%, or C, 77%? So A, B, or C, 37, 57, or 77%. All right. And is that Kai? Is that how you say that? I saw them welcoming you. Thank you for being on. Awesome. All right. There were some guesses, and the right answer is, yay, a lot of you got it. C, 77%, which is crazy. That was, of course, according to Google and a study by Estee Lauder. So take all that with a grain of salt. So anyway, but honestly, this occurs because many women test foundation on their hands, and usually their hands and their wrist are like 2 shades darker than their actual face. And so what we're gonna do to test, and if you do that marykay.com foundation quiz and you get some packets from your consultant, there's 3 places to test your foundation. One is on your jawline, because you wanna see if it's gonna create a line right here. So you want it to blend going down this way. If you have rosacea, Shannon, whenever you match a foundation, don't look to see if it matches, because it won't match the red. So you really want to look to see if it matches there. And then forehead and chest. So this little décolleté area. So it's kind of like the 3-point test, and you're going to look to see which one disappears. So when we're face to face with our customers, which hopefully some of y'all can be soon, we can do that for you. Because that really, we kind of tease in the Mary Kay world that that's the hardest thing that we do, is match foundations. It really isn't hard, which kind of puts things in perspective. But and the thing too is that undertones matter. So there's warm undertones, cool undertones, and neutral. So warm, think summer, yellow, olive, like that kind of undertone. That's someone that might be like of Italian heritage or Indian heritage, you know, like where they just, if they go out in the sun, it's like they absorb it and they just get dark, right? And then there's the cool. So think cool is winter, like blues and pinks. So that type of undertone, when they're exposed to the sun without sunscreen, it's like red. The pink gets pinker, right? And so that usually is a cool undertone, and a neutral somewhere in between. It's kind of a little bit of both. Yay, thank you for doing the quiz, Amy. That's awesome. So basically what that means is a lot of people are winter and summer shades are different. So you don't necessarily hop up to the next number. You have to make sure when you go to your summer shade, you hop up to the next undertone. And that's what your consultant will help you do. So, all right, and then, this is what I want to tell you guys. It's hard to tell in this light. I don't know, maybe this is a good thing. But could y'all tell I only did half my face of foundation? I don't know. I'm really shiny. I'm getting real close and personal. See how you can see all that like red? I'm very red around my nose. And I'm definitely shiny from my moisturizer. But I did this side. Can you tell when I go like this? You can tell. But you can't tell straight on though, can you? Just looks like the light's reflecting off me a little bit. So I'm thinking that's kind of a good thing because it's very natural. It's a very natural look. So, but what also matters to foundation and a flawless finish is your foundation primer. So that's the first product we're gonna do. So foundation primer, let's see, where's my little thing? Okay, we're gonna squeeze it out. I'll just show it to you that way. So it looks kind of like a, I don't know, almost kind of like a lip balm consistency. And you spread it, we say like butter. Spread it like butter. So it's not like a hard rub, because you know if you rub butter on bread, you're just gonna rip that bread. And it's not like patting, because that'll take forever. So it's kind of like butter that you're just gonna kind of spread it out gently. And basically this primer, this is what I want you to remember. When we did the skincare line dance, which if you haven't done the skincare, we're gonna do that tomorrow, skincare line dance. We said sweep before you mop. That was the most recent one. Do y'all remember that? Sweep before you mop. Use that facial cleansing cloth to take all the makeup off and then let all your cleansers do all the goodness. Sweep before you mop. Well, in the Perfect Party, we say prime before you paint. Right? Anyone who has painted knows what a difference primer makes. So we're gonna fill in the imperfections. So what this does is it acts like a magnet. So it's gonna lock in that foundation so it lasts all day. It does have sun protection in it, so that is good for anti-aging. It helps reduce the appearance of the pores, and it actually fills in lines and imperfections, so it's a smooth canvas for your foundation to lie on. All right, I think, oh, and it's oil-free. It absorbs oil and diffuses light. Thank goodness for notes. Okay, so the first belief of Mary Kay. Angie, take it away.
First belief in Mary Kay is our beautiful potential. And in Mary Kay, we believe, just like the bumblebee aerodynamically shouldn't be able to fly, but Mary Kay believed that God whispered in its ear, you can do it, and so it did. So just like that, we believe that there is beautiful potential inside of each one of us. And that is why in Mary Kay, we praise women to success, and we encourage and just give praise to success. So I believe that you can become a more beautiful you, chasing goals that challenge you.
Awesome. All right, Christina, how you doing? You good? I love it. All right.
Love it. Okay, so the second question is, what is the purpose of foundation? Is it A, improving appearance, B, protecting from environmental factors, or C, balancing skin?
The purpose of foundation. All right, we got some answers coming in. Improving appearance is A, protecting from the factors of the environment is B, and balancing skin. Look at it. It's funny. I wonder if the first person's answer is always where everyone's going to go. Or it just happens to be popular. All right, Christina. Oh, wait. Oh, A would be the best for me. Cool.
And the answer? The answer is actually all of them. So there you go. Foundation.
Yay, everyone was right.
Yes, it improves your appearance, it protects from environmental factors, and it balances your skin.
Cool. And we love analogies. And so for us, the whole protecting from environmental factors, if you think about the windshield of a car, even if that car is just sitting in the driveway, right? Think about how much collects on the windshield of a car just by sitting still, right? And so as we are going about our day, whatever's landing on the windshield, whatever's landing on those glasses is landing on our pores too. So it literally is a protecting from everything in the environment. Just so you know, fancy word, free radicals. When they get on our pores and get into it, that's that fancy word that you hear, protect from free radicals. It's all the stuff in the environment once it hits your skin. And then balancing skin, we always use the analogy of a marker, right? So if you have a marker with a cap on it, and then you take the cap off and you leave it without the cap all day long, what happens to the marker? It dries out. Even if you don't use the marker, it's gonna dry out. So if an unused marker sitting on a table that's like this big dries out, guess what's happening to your moisturized face? It's drying out. You just don't realize it. So put the cap on. So it literally is keeping the moisture balance in. For dry skin or oily, you need the moisture balance. And then protecting from the outside. And of course, we know the benefit of improves the appearance. So, all right, so I'm gonna show you liquid foundation. So this is my shade, and I realize we're getting kind of low. So I might have to squeeze it a little bit. All right, so there are two brushes that I'm gonna show you because brushes make all the difference in the world. I'm actually, before I show you the brushes, I'm gonna show you a golf ball. Okay, our faces, think about a golf ball, like the little divots. Your face, thank you, Kelly, for the golf ball. Just give it a shout out. Okay. So our face it's not solid, right? It's not this smooth surface. So if you just go like this, the surface of your fingers is definitely not getting into all those little divots of the pores. Does that make sense? So you're just kind of going over. It's not a blended look. But if you took a brush and you're spinning, imagine how those little bristles are getting in the pores and getting a really smooth, even coverage. So that's why brushes make such a big difference as far as application. I literally just had those brushes and they disappeared. Did anyone see where I put them? Just teasing, they're right here. Okay, so, so there's two foundation brushes that we have. This one, the liquid foundation brush, let's see, look how flat it is. It's like, boom. It's totally, but it's looser kind of bristles. And so it gives like a little medium coverage and you literally spin it around. You don't brush up and away. Okay, it's not like a powder brush. And then this one is called a blending brush. It actually looks like a sponge, right? Can y'all see that? But it's because the bristles are so tight in there. It literally feels like a sponge. So this is a blending brush to put it on with. So people do it different. Some people put it right on the brush. Some people put it on their hand and then dip the brush in their hand. There's really no wrong or right way. But one thing that people do wrong is they take this and they start spreading from that one spot. Don't do that, because then you're gonna have too much foundation all in one spot. So I just kind of dot it all around. And on this brush, I do kind of move it around like this. It's like as if you were doing a sponge, right? That would be the motion for a blending brush. The motion for the liquid foundation brush, and this is actually the one I do. This is the one where people at parties just never stop brushing their face because it feels so soft. Y'all know it, right? They just keep going, oh, it feels so good. So you can see, but it's just an airbrushed kind of look. Can y'all see how my redness went away? Ah, right? But I'm looking natural, right? Because you want to make sure it matches here to here. So if you have to do this, you don't have the right shade. I do it just out of, I don't know, habit, I guess, but you really don't have to do that. Okay, so that's how the liquid foundation goes on. It's a buildable coverage. So that means if you put more on, it doesn't look makeup-y. So if you have like a spot, you're like, oh yeah, I really want to get rid of that spot. It's not going to look makeup-y. It's a buildable coverage. It does have the age-fighting formula in it. So Time-Wise is not just a fancy name. Anything with the Time-Wise logo on it in Mary Kay has age-fighting properties or age-fighting results. So, and this one is the matte. So the matte has microspheres that absorb oil all day and it's humidity resistant. And then the luminous, more dry skin people usually prefer that one. I never know how to say this. Jojoba? Jojoba? I don't know, but it has jojoba. I don't think jojoba is how you say it, but it delivers hydration. It is? Okay, Katie, I'm believing. And the skin looks hydrated and brightened. So, all right, I think we're on to our next belief.
Yes, and our next belief is E for enthusiasm. Mary Kay believed enthusiasm is contagious. And did you know that the word enthusiasm means God within? So our appointments with our customers are based on educational philosophy. We teach and share our enthusiasm for the products rather than use aggressive selling. And then our success meetings with consultants are intentionally positive and build self-confidence, community, and life skills. Mary Kay Ash once said, the greatest pollution problem we face today is negativity. So I believe that you can become a more beautiful you surrounded by people who believe in you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Here we go, Christina. I love this question.
Okay, this is a good one. How many causes of under eye circles can you relate to? 1 is less than 8 hours of sleep. 2, not drinking enough water. 3, allergies. 4, not wearing sunglasses. 5 is genetics. And 6 is not applying eye cream 2 times a day. So how many causes of under eye circles can you relate to?
Natalie, all 6. I think you're in the same boat of a lot of people, right? You were brave to say 6, Natalie. I love it. Michael, oh, Michael, do you wear eye cream twice a day? I don't know if I believe that. Just so y'all know, Michael is Sam's husband. Sam is a consultant, so cool. Hey, all right, 1 and 6. So less than 8 hours of sleep and not applying eye cream. You guys, all of those are causes of under eye circles. And so the more of them that you do, the more ways that you're combating having the under eye circles. Y'all, just so, no one's a mess. We're all in this together, right? We got to encourage each other. But when people say, how can I get rid of my under eye circles? I'm like, look, I can give you a product that will cover it for a day, right? And I can help you with a product that will work it down over time, which would be our eye cream that has brighteners. But there are other things that will help you, and it's getting more sleep, drinking more water. That's huge, you guys, drinking more water. The reason sunglasses is because the sun ages us, you guys. And so all those UV rays, they break down collagen. And so when the collagen breaks down, everything gets weaker, thinner, then you can see the capillaries. I mean, just everything starts to, that's a sign of aging. So, all right, so what I'm going to show you is we have a cream color brush. So it's like a mini version of a liquid foundation brush. And so we have 2 under eye products. You should see my little setup over here. So this first one is an under eye corrector. So this one is actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see, it's kind of peachy. There's only 1 shade of the under eye corrector. And this only goes on blue, purple areas. So we do foundation first. And a lot of people ask, which one do you do first, foundation or concealer? Do foundation first because you're gonna use less concealer over time, because it does such a good job. I mean, I'm gonna use less concealer because it already did such a good job of evening out the redness, and I might add a little bit more with concealer. But this right here is not purple, so I'm not gonna use under eye corrector on it. I'm only gonna use this where I tend to be blue, black, or purple. So, y'all, this is really hard. Hold on. My face is really, really tiny. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see, but I'm just gonna do what I normally do, and let's hope that this is okay. So I don't have any eyeshadow on. I did put mascara and eyeliner, but honestly, you guys, I take it all the way there. That's where I put my under eye corrector. I can't tell how much I just put on. Note to self, this is the first time we are doing Perfect on my iPad. Next time I'm gonna get a big mirror so I can look into it. So anyway, and then you just take the flat side, and it's literally just pushing. So it's like, I guess pushing isn't the right word, but patting, I guess. So the orange and the peach counteracts the blue and the purple. Hello, do I look awake? So that is under eye corrector. Oh, y'all can tell me if I have a spot on my face or something. If y'all can see me bigger, I don't know. I try to get bigger and I could see Christina bigger, not me. So, all right. And then, I don't know why, because you're muted. That was weird. Okay, so under eye corrector, we call that like sleep in a bottle, sleep in a tube, because it literally takes away that orange, purple that's underneath. So concealer, those are skin tones. So this one is light beige for me, so you can see that's more of a skin tone. Can you see how orange that other one was now that you see a skin tone? So again, I usually tend to do it right there. I could go a little bit more under here. And I tend to do my chin too, because my chin is a little red. So same thing, I can just use the flat side. Now, if this for me is a big area, if you wanted to cover like an actual spot, you do not do this whole patting all around motion kind of thing. You would just be like, use this little, if you have a little red dot, just with the tip. So you're not kind of going everywhere like crazy. But that flat edge, see how I'm kind of pushing with the flat edge? That helps make it look blended as you're putting it in. So you also don't want to stipple too much. Stippling is like doing this kind of motion. Does that make sense? It looks like I'm doing that, but I'm not. I'm actually just pushing it flat. Because if you poke and pull on a microscopic level, it creates texture, and that looks makeup-y. So don't do like this. It's literally just pushing it down and flattening it. So, okay, so that's concealer for under the eyes. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to say. No. Okay. Oh, you know what? There is a, did I make this one of the questions? I didn't. The question about whether you should go light concealer or same skin tone, go same skin tone. Light concealer, if you're trying to get rid of a dark spot and you put a concealer that's lighter than your skin tone on it, it'll make the dark spot look darker. So you can use a lighter concealer for highlighting, you know, like if you want to, we'll get to that, like highlighting things, but as far as the art of concealing, use the same skin tone. So, okay, next belief.
Okay, this one is Love and the Golden Rule. And I do believe is probably one of my favorites. So Mary Kay's heartbeat is loving others. And our most important cornerstone is the Golden Rule. We don't have selling or inventory requirements. And we're taught to go into appointments thinking, what can I do so that the women leave feeling better about themselves with a more positive self-image. In Mary Kay, success comes by applying your unique strengths and serving others. It has been said that the happiest people are the ones who love what they do, have someone to love, and something to look forward to. So I believe that you can become a more beautiful you, serving others in your strengths.
Thank you, Angie. All right, and next trivia question from Christina.
Okay, everybody ready? How often should you wash your makeup brushes? A is every week, B is every month, or C is every 2 months? I'm guilty of not washing mine often enough.
Girl, while those answers are coming in, I knew when I was getting ready, I'm like, oh man, these brushes are bad. I have got to clean my brushes. Woo! Good thing there's no Mary Kay police coming in the bathrooms. So cool. All right.
Y'all are good. Yep, you're right. Every week is the answer. So A, correct.
Awesome. And if you tend to have skin that breaks out easily, you can do it every day. You know, because really, technically, I mean, you're putting yesterday's foundation that touched your yesterday's skin back on the next day. So if you find like you're, you know, breaking out, go ahead. Because honestly, it's probably easier and faster if you did it every day. I'm not saying it's probably been weeks since I've done mine, but yeah, there you go. All right, so powder, people have questions about powder. So I'm going to show you two powders, two loose powders that we have. So yes, the Mary Kay brush cleaner does make it easy. You know what? Thank you, Kelly, for saying that. Because another thing, we do have a brush cleaner, but I'm gonna give you a little tip. This is not it. It's bigger than this. It's like twice, maybe even, it's about twice the size of this. I know, Michael, it's awesome. 20 people on here is awesome. I was so excited I was going through. So let me tell you about the brush cleaner though. I like our brush cleaner, again, it's not this, for powder brushes, like big powder brushes that have dusty type products, fantastic. You just spritz it and you put paper towel and poof, it's all gone. But for the things like this blending brush that has liquidy, creamy kind of products, I actually like our cleansing bar. So our cleansing bar is soap, which is intended for your face and your body. You just hold that soap and you go, and it's like, like all the liquid foundation just like pours out of the brush. Anyway, versus spritz, spritz, spritz. I feel like I'm like going through so much of my cleaner. So little side tip. Okay, so powder. So I'm going to show you mineral powder. We do have the mineral powder. It's hard to hold it up so you guys can see. But this is what I do want to show you. It has the clicky thing. A lot of mineral powders, right? So if you travel, you can click it and then the holes close. And so you don't get powder everywhere. Woo! Unless you drop it. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Okay, so the same thing with our translucent powder. Now this powder, oh, the light. Okay, let me tap a little bit more. It is solid white. My favorite thing to do, honestly, I'm not kidding. Oh, it's getting really low. Is when I'm at appointments with bronze skin tone women, I'm like, translucent powder, and their faces go like, you ain't putting that on me, because it is solid white. But I'm like, just do it, I promise. So because it's translucent, completely translucent, there is no shade. So I'm gonna get some off of the lid. You can kind of look how it floats up, just so y'all know. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But it's white, but it's totally translucent. There is absolutely no shade to it at all. So it helps absorb the oil, it reduces shine, and it sets makeup. So that's all it does. I'm telling you, every skin tone, from the lightest ivory to the darkest bronze. Okay, so sometimes though, after you've set it, you know, you kind of feel like, I want a little dimension. Can y'all see the difference in my face? Like, even though it's very even, it is also very flat, right? Versus over here, I've already got some fun going on. So if you wanted to, you could do a little mineral powder. I'm doing everything right now. Just so y'all know, this is all in. Each one of these products could be on their own also, right? So to be perfectly honest, I usually don't even use any powder throughout the day because that matte foundation is so matte. Although summer is happening, it's because we're coming out of winter. Strike that. So I will be wearing some powder. Okay, so this is way too much powder, but if you put the top on, tap it, take the top back off, what you have in the lid is a good amount. And then we have a powder brush because there's a different brush for everything. Swirl it around. If you can see powder on the tip, that's too much. Tap it off. Can y'all see it flying? I don't know if you can see it, but our powder, when you tap it, it goes up. eventually gravity takes over. But it does go up first. And I'll tell you, as I just kind of spin this around in my face, Lori Hogg, she's a professional makeup artist, and she actually has a fantastic relationship with Mary Kay now. But before she was with Mary Kay, she was like all over, international people, presidents, Hollywood, all that stuff. And someone invited her to a Mary Kay function. And she was kind of like, Mary Kay, please. Do you not know I'm an international makeup artist? You know, she was kind of like, but somehow they wooed her in. She said, when she tells the story, it's hilarious. But she said, but when I walked in the door and someone was doing the mineral powder and it went poof and it floated up, I fell in love and I was hooked, you know. But so basically she knows everything about products, but basically the industry standard for milling powder is that it's milled 3 times. And we're the only company, according to Lori, whose powders are milled 5 times. Super, super fine. They don't settle in the lines and the wrinkles. It's a very smooth, soft surface, so it doesn't age you. And you just do this circular, it's motion, it's weightless, all skin types. So there's your powder. All right, just so you know too, we do have pressed powder. Enough said. And I mean, seriously, we're gonna talk about it later, but I mean, it's this, but it's pressed. Not hard to explain that. So, okay, go ahead, next belief.
Okay. So our next belief is important priorities. Mary Kay Ash believes that the most important priorities are God first, family second, and career third. And everything seems to work out that way when you have your life in those proper perspectives. Women need and deserve opportunities for growth, challenge, and financial independence while maintaining their values. So Mary Kay Ash said that no matter how successful you are, if you lose your family in the process, then you'll feel as if you've failed. So anything goes in Mary Kay, full-time, part-time, or no time, and we are perfectly satisfied being in 3rd place behind God and family. So I believe that you can become a more beautiful you, sharing victories with those that you love.
Awesome. And I have added recently also an important priority. We are made in the USA. So I think everyone needs to know that for sure. It's very important for us. So, okay, Christina.
All right. I've got a myth or truth question for you. Going to bed without washing your face can lead to breakouts and increased signs of aging. Is that a myth or a truth?
Drake, he is such a fast typer. He's on it. He is so funny. That's his goal, is to be the first answerer. Oh, that is funny. Cool. Actually, do you want to read, after you tell the answer, Christina, go ahead and read what's after that?
Sure, yeah. Everybody ready? I think everybody's in. But yes, you're all, from what I can see, are correct. That is true. Going to bed without washing your face can lead to breakouts and increased signs of aging. One night of sleeping in your makeup is unlikely to cause long-lasting damage to your skin, but habitually sleeping in your makeup affects the natural repair process that happens overnight. Free radicals cause collagen breakdown over time, which results in the development of fine lines and prematurely aged skin.
Thank you, thank you.
Face.
Yes, so wash your face, right? And another tip that we reveal in our prep skincare appointment is, rather than doing it, if you feel like you always miss before bed, do it when you're in for the day. Or what does Amy say? Home for good. That's what she said. When you're home for good, just do it then. Or after you wash the dishes, you know, like, but when you're home for good. Although now we're all home for good. When do we wash our face? We've never left the house. So anyway, but if you wait till the second you want to crawl into bed, you are less likely to do that. So, all right. So this is one of my favorite things to share with you guys. So this is our cheek brush. Let's see if I can really show it to you. So there's right there a thumbprint spot. So I'm going to show you that's where you're going to put your thumb. But look, when you turn it, there's like 3 different brushes in one. We have a short edge that's really loose. Then we have this middle hump, and then we have the top edge right here. Actually, the top edge is even more loose. So what you do is you're going to put your thumb in the thumbprint, and this becomes 3 brushes in one. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you. If you like contouring and highlighting, you're going to get really happy. If you're like, girl, let me put my blush on and run, just so you know, you can do that. You can just be like, and it can just be like a normal cheek brush for everyone. But if you want to like kick it up a notch, so this is my Pro Palette. So the Pro Palette, everything is all magnetic. Just so you can, I'll advertise this later, but It's all magnetic. So you can create whatever you want. So mine has a whole bunch of eyeshadows. I've got highlighter, contour, and 4 different cheek options, depending on how I'm feeling. So everyone should have more than one cheek. Everyone should have more than one perfume. Everyone should have more than one foundation, right? Some days you feel like liquid, some days you feel like powder, some days you feel like CC cream. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, let me see if I can show this to you. Okay, the short end, I'm gonna put on the contour. I'm gonna use peach because I'm wearing a peach outfit. And then on the other end, can y'all see what I'm doing? On the top end, I'm putting, it looks like Neapolitan ice cream. Are you kidding? You're putting Neapolitan ice cream. It looks like the chocolate, the strawberry, and the vanilla. I've never said that before. You have to be live. You never know what's gonna come out of Gina's mouth. But I love ice cream. So then when you put your thumb, it actually positions where you're supposed to be. So underneath your cheekbone is where the contour, you roll it up, that will be where your cheek color is, roll it up again, and that's where your highlighter goes. So you can do 3 things all at once. So I literally just go like that. So I've got contour underneath, cheek color on top, highlighter. Look, I have dimension again. It's awesome. And then just because Gina's, I mean, seriously, like, that's how I do it. Super fast. But notice how I started here and went towards the apple. That's a habit for me now, but when you have more color up here and less here, it's like a natural facelift. If you start with a big old fat cheek brush that is not intended for cheek color, oh, I so want to do this, but we're doing a conference call with the president of Mary Kay in about 45 minutes, so I don't want to mess up my face, but I'm just saying, you can do this at a party consultants, and it's crazy. But if you take a brush that is just, people are like, oh, I have brushes. Like, no, each brush is very particular. But you take a big old poof and go, this is what happened. Let me read. I'm just going to read to you. So if you put too high, your jowls appear rounded or enhanced, okay? Because it's so high and like this is enhanced. If you do it too low, and you've got, because this brush, it goes a lot of places, right? So it's going here and it's going up here. Too low, it looks like you have a pulled down, saggy look. And if you have too much, like you're all over, your face looks swollen. So it is a very small spot where your cheek color goes, literally on your cheekbone, under his contour, above his highlight. So that's why the size of the brush makes a big, big difference. And then highlighter, it just gives a little luminosity, just a little, you know, you can do highlighter if you wanted to also. Other places I told you, you can do highlighter above your eyebrows, and it just kind of gives a little pop. Another good place is right under there, basically where things are usually shadowy. So kind of like bring a little attention to the shadowy places. Another place, a lot of people know about that, is on the top. So it's kind of like you can sweep and go down there. Oh, I just realized it's like the T zone. Isn't it? It totally is, like right there, just not right here, don't do that. So, and then the difference between contour and bronzer. So contour is flat. I mean, that is a flat color. There is nothing shimmery about that because that is creating like a shape, dimension. Bronzers are more like, I just want to look like I stepped out in the sun and just have a little bit of a glow. So I use a big old brush and you just swirl it around. This is a limited edition bronzer that we have, so ask your consultant. She may still have some. It's so fantastic. Actually, consultants, if you don't have some, they're on the pink sale right now. I would stock up. I got a whole lot because I want to have some bronzers for a long time. But that's where you can just kind of be free. And then that just kind of gives you that little color. Remember I looked flat before? No, I have dimension again. So there's the bronzer. Okay, next belief.
Next belief is enriching women's lives. So Mary Kay's mission is to enrich women's lives. Mary Kay Ash wrote that no matter how much profit a company makes, if it doesn't enrich the lives of its people, that company has failed. Our mission extends to consultants through the business opportunity, to customers through our products and that 100% guarantee, to outside the company. They've donated over $80 million to research cancers affecting women and ending domestic violence.
Angie, don't say how many countries. That's the next question.
Okay, and then outside our nation, we've gone outside of our nation. Mary Kay Ash believed that God's plan was to use her company to empower women all over the world. So I believe that you can become a more beautiful you, making an impact in the lives of others.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Good catch. So the question is, in approximately how many countries around the globe is Mary Kay enriching the lives of women? Is it A, 10, B, 25, or C, 40?
I love the guys are on it. They are competitive. Ah, look at Mallory's participating now. That's fun.
Yeah, hi, Mallory. Kind of.
I think you're
Ready
good.
for
Do you want to go ahead and give it? Yeah.
So the answer is C, 40. We're in 40 countries around the world.
Pretty awesome.
Cool.
That means all the things that you guys have been hearing, God first, family second, the beautiful potential inside women, that is the mission and the vision that we're spreading across the world. I love it. So, okay, we are wrapping things up because my face is done. So a couple of things to keep your face the way it is, because if you spend time on your face in the morning, right, then you want to make sure it looks like this all throughout the day and into the evening. So finishing spray is what I was kind of showing you before when I was talking about the brush cleaner. So finishing spray, I just want to tell you, when this first came out, remember, consultants' stories make a difference. So y'all, this is a Gina story. So we were at the conference where finishing spray came out. My history before Mary Kay is I know nothing about makeup. I did not start because I liked makeup or anything. I started because I liked 50% discount and I was a skincare user. So this whole makeup thing was all new to me. I was learning it all as I went along. So when this finishing spray came out, they're like, we have a finishing spray. And I'm like, and what is that? I don't even know what that is. So at the table, they just go psh, psh, and they sprayed me. So I'm going to show you how they do it. So as you're spraying, you move the bottle and it's about 6 inches from your face. You just close your eyes. You don't squint because you don't want to make wrinkles. So I love it. So I just spray it everywhere. So you can see it doesn't change my face. It doesn't look wet. It looks a little dewy for a second, but then it dries and it smells delicious. So they sprayed it on me at this conference or whatever. So then later there was a banquet and I'm always the last to leave, literally. So I stay on the dance floor till the very end. I'm like helping the people clean up. I mean, I'm always the last to leave. So I get back to the hotel room. It's like, whatever, 1:30 or something. I don't know, really late. And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, dang, I'll say that. Dang, my makeup is all still there. I look like this, like I had just done it. I was like, that's amazing. That finishing spray works. People who would do theater, I have heard do hairspray. Gross. If you know anyone in theater, tell them about the finishing spray. But the biggest thing right now is masks. So Amy Richmond is the Offspring sales director. She used to be a nurse anesthetist. So she was in the surgery room and would wear masks all the time. I told her about the finishing spray. She thought I was telling her something just so I could sell her something. But I said, seriously, just try it. Sprayed her face, put on the mask for work, for surgery. She's a nurse. When she took it off, she said every day she would take it off and all the nurses would be like, what in the world? You have no makeup on the inside of your mask. And they all did. So she sold the cooties out of finishing spray to the nurses, but now everyone's wearing masks. So I think everybody should stock up on finishing spray. And a product that I totally forgot to bring, I'm so sad, but you know it'll be my purse because now it's getting hot, is beauty blotters. So beauty blotters, little tiny, like tiny little pack. There's 75 of them, and I think the pack is like that big. They're really, really thin. You just touch, and it absorbs all the oil, does not take off makeup. Truly, when you touch your face with it, I'm so sad I don't have it to show you. It looks like French fries have been sitting on the paper. That's how much oil it absorbs without, oh, Angie has them. Go ahead and show them, Angie. Awesome. That's a little case of them. Pays to be working in your office. So, and those are only $6, you guys. That's crazy. For 75 sheets. Please do not use the things on the toilet paper. I have heard someone say that. That is nasty and it's not formulated to be on your face. The toilet paper protector rings. That's so gross. Okay, and then one last little thing before we do the last belief is, this is my demo tray, but cream to powder. This is another foundation option. It is even more full coverage than our liquid. It starts off creamy. I know you can't feel it, but it's creamy. But it has a powdery finish. Like when I put my finger on here, it feels like pancake makeup, although it doesn't look like pancake makeup. But when I do this, it literally feels like I just went through the powder. It's pretty awesome. It literally is cream to powder. So beautiful coverage if you want more of a full coverage with the benefit of a powder finish all at once. And like I said, we have a pressed powder also for, that's great for the day and touch-ups. All right, last belief and last trivia question. We'll wrap it up.
Okay, so financial freedom. Mary Kay Ash created this company for women to have financial freedom. After retiring from a 25-year career in sales as a single mom, she turned her ideas of a dream company into a reality. All the beliefs that you just learned were the foundation of her solid business plan for women. The plan and the beliefs came first, the cosmetics came second. So we've had more women earning over $50,000 than any other company, and the best is yet to come. Whether a woman comes in for extra cash or a fulfilling career, our 56-year history of growth and success speaks for itself. So I believe that you can become a more beautiful you, celebrating success as you define it.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you, Angie. You did that so well. And Christina, last question.
Okay, I like this question. What ways does Mary Kay protect the environment? A, planting trees, B, reusable compacts, or C, biodegradable packing peanuts? A, B, or C? Mary Kay protects the environment. Oh, look at y'all. So smart.
I think they've caught on.
Or D, all of the above.
I know. I was going to put all the above, and I'm like, someone might go, you guys, you put planting trees. You don't plant trees.
It's true. We do. It's awesome. Yeah,
We
all
do.
of them. Yes.
Very cool. All right. And the consultants, if you don't know about this packing peanuts, they do. They wash down the drain. It's pretty awesome. So the last little thing I want to show you, and I kind of already did, but we have two palettes. One is the Pro palette, which is what I have just cheek and eyes in. And then there's a smaller version, and this is the Perfect palette. Oh, there's another one. This is a limited edition one. Oh, there's another limited edition one. I had it. It's usually purple on the front. But this, when you open it, it has a spot for 2 squares. So I just wanted to show you. This is the bronzing powder, but it would do the cream to powder. You could do cheeks, eyes. You could put brushes here also, like if you want to keep a pressed powder in your purse with some brushes. And it does have a mirror because we figured this one's more portable. So those are the Perfect palette. And the idea is it's all magnetic. Like you just pop it out, you don't throw the compact away. And so it's less waste in the environment when you keep your palettes. So it's a one-time purchase for the palettes to keep everything in. And they're so pretty. So,
Here's
all
that
right.
purple one.
So, oh, go ahead. Did someone
Here,
say?
that's the
Oh,
purple
thank you, Angie. I forgot you were in your office. Did everyone get to see it? Go ahead, Angie, show it again. It's so pretty, the Mary Kay Rose. I love it. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see the set sheet. So guests, thank you again for being on. You count as a face. Even though you didn't put anything on, consultants, we track our faces. So stick through. I got like 3 things to tell you really quick. But we track our faces. So you just being on and participating, they get credit for a face. And so there's 3 things that we do in Mary Kay. We share our products with faces. And then we, of course, fulfill orders and help you with the products. And then the 3rd thing is that we share the opportunity. And you guys just got all 3, right? So you kind of put it on your face and you got exposed a little bit to the opportunity. Oh, I just realized I'm kind of doing the close. I took that over, Kelly. Do you want to go ahead and do that? I'm sorry. It's just so natural for me to do that.
It's all good. Sorry, I totally forgot, honestly. I mean, you can keep going if you want.
Okay, I know. That's totally fine. I'm sorry. We'll do
You're
it
in a
again
group.
next time.
You can go. You'll probably do fast.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen, but the consultants, they can send you this sheet so you can kind of see a summary of what we just did. Oh my gosh, Megan just figured out how to do Zoom. That is funny. Okay. All right. So I'm going to zoom in on this, but at every appointment, we do specials called Great with 8, Set with 6, and Score with 4. So Great with 8 means if you decide to order 8 products, any individual 8 products, you get a free concealer and a concealer brush. If you do 6 products, Set with 6, you get a free concealer. And Score with 4, you get a half price concealer. Just so you know, a concealer is $16. If you don't want a concealer or the concealer brush, you can get something of equal value, and that's totally fine. So when you get this sheet, you'll see underneath the little special are all the brushes. The blending brush, the liquid brush, the powder brush. We have a brush collection that's on the bottom. It's kind of more of eye brushes, but it does include 2 of the brushes that I talked about. And then over to the right is basically a list of what you just saw. from the beginning till the end, starting with the foundation primer, going through foundation, powders, finishing spray, and the palettes. So basically that is just a little summary. So if it helps to kind of see prices and specials, so score with 4, set with 6, great with 8. And the other thing too is virtual world. We know how to do skincare. Now we know how to do foundation. You guys know the next one is pop. So we'll be doing color soon. So you can experience all 4 appointments and keep counting as a face for your consultant. So we want you to come back, and we would love for you to bring friends along now that you kind of met us and know who we are and that we're kind of fun. You can come back and expose more people. And when you bring people to appointments, even if it's a Zoom, you get free product. And so your consultant can share that picture with you also. We call it plus people perks. When it's you plus people, you get some perks. And then also the chat. So you got exposed a little bit to Mary Kay. If you help your consultant out and do a chat with her, just about, basically she asks questions about you. And then you get to ask us questions about Mary Kay. And really it's a lot of question asking. But that helps our consultant build communication skills, move up into leadership, truly just by having the conversation. You don't have to be interested in Mary Kay at all to do it. And she gets credit for the chats also. So those are things that she'll be asking you about. And I think that is it. And we are exactly at an hour, you guys. Can I just say I love to be on time? That is super exciting. So, so thank you guys for being on. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Angie, for helping out. Thank you for all the consultants for watching. I hope you feel empowered that you could do this too. You just got to build up your little stock of stuff to try. And guests also would love to get your feedback also. So just what you enjoyed, any thoughts for improvements in the future ones, and we hope to see you back at another one. So we are done. If you want to pop off, you certainly can. If anyone wants to stick around and ask questions, we can do that too. We will kick you off in about maybe 10 minutes. So those of us who earned the call, but the president can get on for that. So thank you guys. Oh, look at all the guests. Thank you guys for saying thank you. And the guys we had 3 guys on the call. I love it. Sam, you rock it, man. Now they have to be faces for you, Sam. Now you have to tell them, you have to match their foundations. Like if they're going to be in, they got to be all in. You got to match the foundations on. Oh, look, here he comes. Sam was watching, or not Sam, Michael was watching from the car, but now he's home. We expect to know your foundation shade is Sam in a little bit. I mean, not Sam, Michael. I keep calling Michael Sam. Sorry, I can't help it. I called Alex Jessica. I know who you are. Oh, goodness. Aw. Mallory, I'm so glad you were on. So good to see you. Look at Peanut. Oh, my goodness. I love it. Cool. Anyone have any questions or thoughts? Anything? Well, it's fresh in your mind. Aw, Mallory just blew a kiss. I love it. Well, Mary Beth, thank you for being on. Oh my gosh, you guys. Mary Beth, let me just tell you guys, a shout out to Mary Beth. We are all in Mary's future area, right? So Mary Durr is wrapping up National Sales Director this month. And so all of the directors were teaming up and helping each other out. And so I called Mary Beth. I'm like, get on, you can watch, you can participate, see more, right? Because y'all know the more we get exposed to, right? The more confident we feel, ideas start spinning. So I'm glad you're
thank
on.
you so much for the invitation. This was awesome. I was taking notes the whole time.
Aw.
Shout out to Mary Beth.
Oh,
Yay.
thank you.
Aw. I love it.
And soon as her agreement comes in, I think I got another one today. So.
Aw, yay. That's so cool.
Good job. I'm
That's
proud of you, Mary.
Aw. I love it. All right. Well, no one's asking questions. See, you guys, I can't help it. Birds of a feather flock together. Y'all don't want to leave the party early. Y'all are just like me. We got to stay to the very end. Y'all keep being like that. Just keep being
Guys,
like
I
that.
appreciate you all for being here. I want you to continue to promote women and encourage women to strive to be their very best in the society that we live in today.
Aw. Thank you, Drake.
Of course.
We are. But you're doing your part too, man, for support. I mean, it takes a strong man to be on a Zoom with 20 women, right?
Hey, you know, I love it. We're all about this striving to promote women, so I'm loving that. Love it.
Aw, that's awesome.
Hashtag Team Sam, though, by the way.
Yes. There's a special. I love it. That's awesome.
One day, me and Michael will be together as real friends. As real friends.
I love it. All right, you guys.
Oh, look at that sexy beast coming back. Oh, oh, oh! Look at him. Good Lord.
Too funny.
Love that man.
All right, you guys.